Well, greetings from the apocalypse. So in today's video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite polishing techniques. You may recognize the silver bracelet that we're going to polish. It's Kim's. We did an unsetting video on it when we had a little mishap with one of her beautiful tourmalines. We unset, reset successfully, and today we're just going to put a final polish so that she can wear her bracelet and show it off. I'm going to do my best Vanna White. Okay, so look at Kim's beautiful bracelet. Look at that. All those juicy stones, tragedy averted, life is good. So what we were talking about with polish, which, you know, I've said many times before, there's 1,000 ways to polish something. There's, you know, like so many tools, so many whatever, and you kind of just develop your favorites. So I'm going to show you, this is one of my favorites. This is a blue cylinder wheel. It's a really handy shape. It does a lot of things, rings, bracelets, whatever. And what I like about it is it gives you a shine, but it's not full mirror ball shine. Yeah. Which again, this stuff is all very subjective. So you do it, and if you like it, yay! And if you don't, we do something else. Do something else. Because with something like this, also with this texture, I think this is going to look better with like highlighting the edges and some of the texture rather than just going shiny everywhere. You see the details better. So we'll do it, and again, you like it, great. You don't, we can always just do something else. Okay. We could also use a brass brush on this. I mean, there's
lots of things. Okay.
Lots of things. So, you know, whenever you're using the flex shaft or a micro torque or whatever you're doing, you want like to be nice and resting on the table. You don't want to be trying to work up in the air. It's a good way to take your eyeball out and also to be uncomfortable, which is neither of this is good. So I hold it like this. I put my thumb out on the piece so that I have lots of control. And then I'm just going to work because the thing of it is, one thing about polishing is a bright line attracts your eye. So a lot of times when you're polishing, it's nice to have a bright line at the edge, like something that you want the eye to go to, like to follow a beautiful curve or whatever, you know what I mean? Not to get too poetic on you, but that's kind of, I think, what looks good on these things. It kind of draws your eye to this beautiful sort of molten curve there.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to do first, is I'm going to highlight the little edges, and then we'll just kind of go like, oh, maybe a little highlight here, a little highlight there, you know, that kind of a thing. Like I said, polishing is like the most subjective thing. There's no real right way, right finish. It's just what looks good.
Just what looks good. Okay. I love the feeling of polishing.
And then, like, you see this whole area right here? If I want to show off the fact that just that you've got those highs and lows, you can just take this and like...
Oh yeah, I like that.
You see what I mean?
I like that.
That's sort of like pecking, which normally you don't want to do. When you're trying to get an even finish, you want to stroke really evenly. But for something like this, where I just want to hit some of the high points, I'm like touching it like...
like
just ever so lightly, and you see, then I feel like you really see that beautiful texture you put in there.
I like that.
Okay. You see what starts to happen?
Oh yeah.
To me, to my eye, which again, you know, whatever floats your boat, but like I feel like it draws your eye in.
Definitely.
You know, the bright line brings your eye to the edge, and then you're like, oh, what's that? What's that? What's that?
It's like
detail?
another sparkle within. Like I like it a lot.
Yeah,
like that.
So what I want you to do is I just want you to keep going. I
Okay.
want you to finish all the edges, which are almost done. You know what I mean?
Go
Shiny,
around.
and then just like touch
Tap.
a little spot and look
Okay.
at it. Now, like, what if you do one spot too much? Haha, don't worry about it. You can always take a little pumice or something and like dull it back down.
Dull
again.
it
Like,
down.
let's say you get too carried away and you're like, oh wait, now the whole thing's shiny.
Yeah,
don't
now
want
I
that.
made it too shiny.
You can always sort of take certain parts back a
Okay.
little bit. You know, I mean,
Okay.
you don't necessarily need to get as OCD as some of us get about more polishing,
I understand.
but you do it to your hat.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to go in between it all, right?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We
thinking.
can go and clean the tops of the settings with the Swifty wheel, which
Okay.
we should. But the problem about going right in there is like, there's not that much room in there.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna end up just getting like a flat in
Yeah.
there or something. Do you know what I mean? Which is not really what you want to do.
And I don't think you need it with the other pops of polished
Yeah, I
metal
mean,
that'll
I
come
don't think
around the
so.
outside.
But if we find that we do, then we'll just switch this out for a knife edge wheel.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go, and then we can between the stones just hit little spots.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it's about getting everything that we can with this, and then if we need another shape,
You
we'll
can
go to
switch
it.
it.
Okay?
Perfect.
All right, enjoy.
I'm excited.
Ta-da! So
There it
here's
is.
Kim's beautiful bracelet. I mean, just look at that. We got highs, we got lows, we got juicy stones. I mean, that is just... Let's get the full view.
I like the purple with the silver.
Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. You did a gorgeous job, and it needs basically nothing else.
you.
That's why I like that blue wheel. It's
Yeah,
really
that was great.
does what you want it to do. All right, that's it.
Perfect.